is Lego Star Wars 75148 Encounter on Jakku. 530 pieces.
Looks like a pretty cool little set. So don't mind the open side. This is the back. It kind of shows you the moving pieces. There's this app. I have to say, I downloaded that like 3 days ago, and I've already like gone through all of it. I was addicted. It was awesome. So I highly recommend checking that out for your kids.
Kind of a way to Lego building.
Yeah. App. Well, it's got a couple different. It's got a couple different ships from the Star Wars movies. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them, and you kind of get the core, and then you can add whatever wings you want onto it, missiles, engines, whoever you want to fly. You can fly through this area and make it do turns and try to get through there really quick. It's a free app. It's really cool, so I definitely check it out. So this is the set, basic standard box. Let's go ahead and get to the review. Alright, it's Brick Ninjas here. Got my 1x5. We're talking about the Lego Star Wars playset called Encounter on Jakku. Let me see. So this is what the set looks like, just initially, with the pieces and everything. Oh, dropping Ray. So let's just kind of let it spin for a second and take a look at it.
Ooh, ah.
Ooh, it's all its glory. I think it's a pretty cool little set. I was pleasantly surprised after I built it. I didn't think there would be much to it, but there's a lot more to it than I thought.
A lot of fine details.
A lot of fine details and just cool little things that I wasn't expecting. And it's a lot of movement. It can collapse and compact. It's got this cool animal there. So I think you kind of get the idea. Start with the minifigures. Start with Rey. You had something to say about Rey. What do you like about Rey?
I think it's cool how she has her nifty hairstyle with the 3 buns.
3 little buns right there.
In the movie.
Yeah,
molded out of plastic.
Yeah, there was a cool meme the other day where it was Padme had 1 bun and then Leia had 2, and there was showing that Rey had 3. So there may be a subtle hint to lineage there. She may be. She comes with a staff, of course, you can build. Cool thing about the newer ones, at least they didn't have this when I was a kid. They definitely weren't flesh colored like they are now. They were all just yellow. But she has a face on the back, and it's kind of an angry face. But it's Mad Rey, and then here's Complacent Rey. I'm complacent. So, and pretty good detail on her. They have that kind of cool cross thing she had going on with the fabric she was wearing in the movie. So it looks pretty good. Backside. BB-8. He's a cool little critter, isn't he? Kind of a variation of R2-D2. And then the top comes off and it can turn and all that good stuff. But it looks a lot like BB-8. I mean, it has all the little lines and design that he had. What's kind of neat is that you can, it's similar to a regular piece. Well, it's not going to stick up there, but if you wanted to put something on BB-8's head, you could easily do it. Like if there was a hair piece that could fit there, it would surely work, but not one.
Would Rey's hair fit on there?
Well, let's try it.
Let's try.
Let's put some buns on. Yeah, well, kind of. BB-8's got a hairstyle now.
Doesn't attach?
It kind of does, but it doesn't really stick there. It's because it's not wide enough. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure there's, you could put probably some other silly things up there. Obviously hair looks the best though. So that's BB-8. Next we have Unker Plutt. Look at him. He's gorgeous. I mean, he's like, I don't know, like a hippo on legs or something there.
Even more beautiful than on the movie.
Yeah. He's basically just one headpiece like this that fits onto a standard minifigure. But they have the armor plating that he has. I thought he was a pretty interesting character, played by Simon Pegg. I thought they did a cool job with that. I liked his voice was probably the most impressive to me of all the voices. I almost think they should have had his voice be General Snook, because he had that real low, you know, that'll be 1/4 portion. Kind of had that pretty impressive voice. You didn't like it?
I guess I don't remember the comparison. I remember what General Snook sounded like, but I don't remember him being, Unker Plutt being quite powerful sounding.
Well,
more like a common thug than a world ruler.
I guess that's just my opinion. That's why
I'd have to listen to it again.
That's why I didn't direct.
It may just be the visuals that go along with it. I think that.
I partially think that, but then again, I didn't direct. Disney wasn't knocking down my door to direct the movie. Okay, this is Tito. Apparently, Tito is a race of creatures that live on Jakku. I was just looking this up a minute ago because I didn't know the name of the creatures that they rode, but this is Tito, and I really have to say that his head is like the most impressive of the Lego minifigures I've seen. People like to talk about the detail they put on printing and stuff, and I mean that's good and all, but his head looks just like the creature from the movie.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know, little goggles. He's got the kind of a face mask going on.
Yeah. Back of his head.
Yeah, what's going on back there? He's got a big old brain or something? He's got a big brain. Why isn't he any smarter? Yeah, who knows? That is pretty cool. Those are the minifigures. Let's talk about the guy that Tito rides. Go ahead and put...
How do you know it's not a girl?
Sorry, I'm not trying to be exclusive here, but go like this. Alright. So Tito can actually ride this thing. And for the longest time, I remember seeing when I first saw the movie, I was like, what? What is this creature that he is riding? And I was like, is it an animal? Is it a robot? I couldn't really figure it out, It stuck with me, and every time I've seen the movie since, I'm still like, what is that thing, Like, it's like this giant dog with a metal muzzle on its face. So, it's called a lugabeast. And it apparently is an animal that has this metal apparatus on its face that these Tito creatures put on there. And they program the things to I guess, basically just see droids and mechanical parts so that they can scavenge. Which is cool, but it's not very obvious in the movie. It's like this thing walking around. But let's put him on the spin cycle here. Get a good look at him. Did you have anything to add to this 1x5?
No, I don't think so.
The creature is fully articulated. I should say its legs are pretty articulated. Its head only goes up and down like a notch or two. So I'll show you in just a second here. There's a turn and you get to see everything by it. Let's go ahead and stop it here. Let's take a look. So, the legs really do move, and they have a stopping point, which I think is kind of cool. Sometimes when things just kind of like, if you want to pose something, it's nice when they have a locking mechanism like that. Something else I really thought that was cool was the chain that they put on here. That's a little bit of detail, and the head, like I said, a little bit. But chain is pretty cool. There's it just kind of attaches there and there, both sides. And the front of this guy looks pretty cool. He has like these like harnesses or something, or wires, I don't know. And a grill and a camera and a light. Pretty cool stuff.
Sort of an eye-like thing. I suppose that's not an eye.
No, it is an eye actually.
Is it supposed to be his real eye?
Yeah, well, not his real eye, but like
eye.
it's a robotic eye that can see droids and stuff. It's pretty cool. What is this, Uncle Plutt's Palace or Uncle Plutt's Shack?
Palace.
Not quite a palace, yeah.
Palace.
First, I just want to talk about it. This is pretty cool with Legos now that they have these moving parts, where it's like you can expand it and make it bigger, and then if you want to put it away for storage or whatever you want to do, you just collapse it and then you can put it on a shelf and it just fits up there perfectly. So that's pretty cool. So let's talk about some of the details now. One thing you'll notice about the sets that I build is I like to I usually add a part or two just of my own. If I can, I'll show you some other sets that I've done this. This chain is not a part of the instructions, but there was an extra chain that came with the set. And I thought, well, it would look kind of cool, a little more rustic if it was just kind of, up there dangling around. Now I suppose that this is the window that Uncle Plutt divvies out his portions. If we can get him to stand back there and do his duty. Roar. Well, one more. There we go. Yes, 1/4 portion. There are these things. Well, I thought, it would be really cool if these actually worked and like rolled the window away, but I'm sure that would be a lot more depth. But anyways. You don't have much to say tonight, 1x5.
I didn't have my second cup of coffee today.
Oh gosh.
Got the lack of caffeine headache.
Yeah, I guess I can feel your pain. So, like I was saying earlier, it's pretty cool that you can actually fold this thing up. And there's a lot of little details in here, if I can kind of show you. There's a coffee mug and like a blue jar, maybe of water or something, which I'm sure would be pretty valuable on Jakku. You can focus in on that stuff. There's a little light up here. Just these little subtle details that I thought were really, really neat. There's I don't know what you call this thing, an oven or something, or a safe maybe. You have to open up, but there's like little gold coins in there. I guess that's where Uncle keeps his portions. And there's like blue little things there and a gun right here. And these are pretty cool. I think I was showing these little guns here. You just push the top, and I'm sure I'll lose that piece now. So something I thought was really cool was there's this little box. There's this little box on the side that comes with. And there's these extra pieces. There's like a droid arm and a broom and a crowbar, and it just chills here with these loose little parts in there. I thought that was pretty
cool.
Pretty cool because it's just it totally fits with what's going on in the set.
Makes it more realistic.
Yeah, I would say so. And there's this shelf that kind of moves up and down. On the outside here, I thought this was another cool little touch. There's a half droid, battle droid from the original, or I shouldn't say the original, from the prequel movies. And he's like half put together. He's got his head and arm and a body or chassis. And then his legs are actually over here. You can see him right there. And he's just sitting there waiting to be put together or something. I don't know. There's a wrench next to him. Maybe Uncle
He's
Plutt.
salvaged.
Yeah, maybe they're going to make him like a food robot or something. Another cool little thing here. This is totally hidden, but you see there's you can move that, and then you pull this out. There's a drawer. And in this
drawer is a little pistol. I guess if Uncle Plep's got some things going down, he's got some protection right there. Alright, so that's what it looks like there. I think these are really cool too, these like plastic tent or coverings. I've seen these on a couple sets recently. What's really nice is that Lego gives you 2 of them, so if you mess up one or you lose one or you tear it, you've got an extra. And my daughter, she had a different set.
Lego Friends set, yeah. That was a camping adventure set or something. It had a tent piece to it. And she, in her enthusiasm, ripped it as she was trying to put it together. And thankfully, there was an extra piece, an extra tent that Lego provided just for those kind of situations.
Yeah, so parents really like that, definitely. So this is pretty cool, and this, like I said, this one came with an extra one too. So 1x5, what do you think of this set? Would you recommend it for a child?
Probably an older child. I like all the details, like you said.
Yeah. I
think, definitely for a kid that's old enough to appreciate all the little parts and keep them together.
Well, what age do you think will be good?
Maybe 10 or so. But I know with our 4-year-old and 2-year-old, the pieces would be everywhere and lost.
Yeah.
But it's very, very cool with all the details. So adults and older kids would really enjoy it.
Our daughter was pretty good with it. She really likes Ray. She thinks that's cool. I think it's pretty cool that they've done that. They've added a female character. I was surprised that this set was as articulated and detailed as it is. I wasn't expecting it to be this like I wasn't expecting there to be a safe with little gold coins in it, or
that little pistol completely hidden pistol is pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's the back. This is the back side of that where that is. If I can if I pull this out, you can see that that's actually it's still there, but that's where it goes. Yeah, that was a surprise. This little thing right here was a surprise to me. I thought it was really cool. If you want, you could build this droid and have him part of the set and move around and do stuff, or you could have him on the workbench here getting worked on. There's his legs, and there's the other parts. I think it's just the color scheme is really good. The fact that it folds is really cool. I like the gate on the top. This banner, whatever you want to call it. Pretty cool little set, and I would recommend it for like kids 8 to 10, 8 to 14. I mean, I play with my daughter, and they're younger than that, and they kind of enjoy it. I supervise them, but they really have a lot of fun with it. This is the Brick Ninjas and 1x5 signing off. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And if you have any comments, good, bad, flame us, whatever you want to do, go for it. Bye.
Bye.